My name is Dakota Rose, I'm 17 years old and I'm with Bravo Models.
Ukrainian Valeria Lukyanova says she wasn't content to play with the popular doll. She wanted to look like her.
Russian woman like Barbie.
I tried to take pictures with her at the end on my own camera. She covered her face and she was like, Photoshop, 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 like this.
Hello my beautiful people, hello my celebrities, it's your boy Vitaly and welcome back to vitalyspace. Guys, today I woke up in such a great mood. I'm so grateful for this community that we're building every single day. The community of nostalgia lovers, MySpace lovers, 2000s legends, and the list goes on, you name it, scene, emos, pop heads. The fact that you clicked on this video, I'm so grateful for it, and I never take things for granted, so thank you guys. I'm not on drugs, I promise. I just wanted to share my positive vibes with all of you out there. With that being said, I feel like we can start with today's video, shall we? Oh, by the way, forgot to mention, as you can see, for the second video in a row, I'm wearing a hat. My hair has been so out of control lately. Mr. Enrique Iglesias, I'm coming for your gig. Bailando, bailando. So yeah, it's definitely vitalyspace starter pack. A hat, Celsius by my side as always. By the way, this is the best flavor out there, not sponsored. Then we have a microphone and an iconic video topic. Welcome to vitalyspace. And as you can tell by the title of this video, today we're gonna go ahead and talk about the strange era of human Barbie dolls. Don't even get me started on this one. Growing up online, I remember constantly stumbling upon those so-called life-size Barbie dolls. That perfectly styled hair, impossibly tiny waists, and eyes so big and vibrant they almost don't seem real. And that's exactly the kind of reaction the characters of today's video have been provoking for years. These girls were everywhere in the early 2010s, and I'm so excited for today's video. They provided us the shock value before it even was a thing. But their stories go far beyond their Barbie looks. So who are they really? And what's the price of living life as a human Barbie doll? Buckle up legend, you're definitely not ready for this one. Only on vitalyspace. But before we get started, legends, this video is sponsored by myself. My biggest goal for 2025 is to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel, so please, you better join our iconic community if you're new. And can we also get this video to 1,500 likes? The minute we hit it, I'm gonna post a new video, so everything is in your arms. And do not forget about my personal channel, Vitaly for the record, so if you wanna see me behind the scenes, definitely check it out. But anyways, I gotta shut up. Let's start from the very beginning, shall we? And the first living doll on my list is, any guesses? The one, the only, Dakota Rose, also known as Kota Koti. Wow, where do I begin with this one? Cause Dakota has such a long history that goes all the way back to the year of 2005-2006. Dakota Rose, the real name Dakota Stranga, became a sensation in the early 2010s for her doll-like appearance and kawaii aesthetic. She captured global attention with her resemblance to a living anime character, as well as her rise to fame in Japan. But what people do not remember is that she was actually a MySpace scene queen back in the day. Dakota, alongside with her older sister Kiki Kannibal, didn't just define her MySpace scene culture. They owned it. They were so famous on MySpace and so hated too. Now, I already talked about her sister on my channel before, so you better check it out. Back in the day, Kiki, the older sister, was the main star, and Dakota was kind of in her shadow. Alexa, play Shadow by Ashley Simpson. Living in the shadow of someone else's dream. Super off topic, but in 2005 Ashley Simpson lived in a building next to me. I don't know why you needed this information, but I feel like you do. But anyways, as I've said, the sisters were super hated online. And I mean, no wonder why. They were two of the beautiful, pretty, stylish, successful, famous girls of the early web. Obviously, everybody was so freaking jealous. They did not deserve that amount of hate they were receiving every single day. Just look at these parody videos.
Hey there, it's Cookie Kannibal and Dakota Tulip again. We both are famous. This is my little sister. I'm 13 years old, Cookie Kannibal.
I'm Kiki Kannibal.
And I'm Dakota Rose.
And if you steal my stripes, I'll report you to MySpace police, bitches. Same with my leopard print.
And obviously, I just have to show you what her MySpace profile looked like in 2011, when it kind of started to die down. Let's see. Dakota Rose, Top Friends 7. Jeffree Star is in here. I feel like Jeffree Star is resurfacing in my every MySpace video.
Dear Diary, I wish there was more than 2 genders, cause I'm getting really bored.
I've said it in my previous video, and I will say it again. The design of 2011 MySpace is so rough. I definitely don't like it. But anyways, let's see. About me. Vegan for 1 year and counting. Oh jeez, am I smart? I'm here for making people laugh. Dating shows are addicting. Tell me about it. Shout out live with Tila Tequila. We still love it. I hate everybody, including palm trees. Look at you, angsty teenager. Oh wow, I remember this picture. This picture was so iconic. I believe she was promoting her sister's fashion line or something. Oh yes! Kiki Kannibal Couture's collection. Wait, did I just say couture? That was so Russian of me. But anyways, here we can see some of the pictures with her sister Kiki. And I remember the backlash and hate trains that she was receiving for photoshopping her head like this. She's such a beautiful girl and she photoshopped her head to look like an alien. What is that skull? Everybody was mocking it back in the day. That's pretty much everything that I was able to find on her page. Thank you MySpace as always. But anyways, by 2010 MySpace started to die down a little bit, so the girls had to come up with something new. And with that being said, by 2011 Dakota resurfaced again, but this time in a different character, with a totally different style of a living doll. And once she transitioned into that new persona, now she was the main star, and Kiki went to the background a little bit. Well, not a little bit. As I said, by 2011, Dakota began uploading YouTube videos showcasing her new persona.
Hey you guys, so I'm gonna try to show you how to make ordinary pigtails into little heart shapes, so I hope you guys enjoy.
And let me tell you something, she immediately went viral, especially in Asia, where the living doll aesthetic was already a big trend. She was so popular even in Russia, and I remember in 2012-2013, even Russian makeup artists on YouTube were transforming themselves into Dakota. And I remember being so jealous about it. I was like, I knew her first, before she was mainstream, leave her alone. But anyways, her newfound fame, however, was not without skepticism. Her fans began to question the authenticity of her appearance, accusing Dakota of photoshopping her pictures and even videos. Everything about her was the reason of online arguments. Her impossibly large eyes, a petite body frame, and her tiny cute little nose. Everybody needed dancers, everybody needed proofs that she was lying. But despite the backlash, Dakota barely addressed the accusations, maintaining her mystique appearance. As I've said, she became extremely popular in Asia, and that led her to this amazing opportunity to get signed to Tokyo-based agency Bravo Models, which was such a huge career opportunity once again.
My name is Dakota Rose, I'm 17 years old and I'm with Bravo Models.
And it was not long until she moved to Japan, learned the Japanese language, and became a minor celebrity on Japanese television.
Dakota Rose さんです。こんにちは。お兄さん。いや全然。日本語大丈夫です。私ロリータ系の服が好きなので。
She was proclaimed a real Barbie by the fans and the media. And speaking of the Japanese television, this is where the story takes a dramatic turn. Around that time, she faced another wave of online hate, when people began to notice that she looked a little bit different on television than she did on her pictures, proving that she was photoshopping herself.
皆さんこんにちは、Dakota Rose です。
So I found this very toxic website where people are showing proofs of Dakota's photoshopping, so let's check it out together. You can see all the evidence on the screen, but obviously I'm not here to talk ish about a girl. She looks great both ways, in my opinion, and she looks like a doll even in real life, even on television. Yes, we all love to make ourselves look better on the internet. We all wanna look great, there is nothing wrong about it. But obviously, at the time, all of her fans were really offended and they were like, this is the example she's showing to all of her young girls who wanna look like her and she's not even real. She's lying to her audience. Considering the internet of that time, which was a wild west, it's not surprising, let's be honest. Okay, let's see some more proofs. Just to show you, just for context, I don't even care about it, to be honest. So apparently people claim that everything about her was fake. Her chest, her hair, and of course the lenses saga. Guys, I remember back in the day, Dakota declined all the rumors that she was wearing lenses, which was obvious that she was wearing them, and even I don't understand why she was lying about it, but I feel like maybe it was her management that told her to do it. Do not forget, my legends, she was signed to one of the top agencies in Japan, and she was having this live-in doll brand, so they definitely didn't want her to ruin this brand, so she kept quiet. Somebody spent a lot of time to make all of these collages. Oh my god, let's see what else. They even checked her picture to see if she used Photoshop. And I mean, she did. Aren't we all? To be honest, guys, I have a confession to make. There is not a single photo on my Instagram that I haven't edited. I mean, obviously, I do not alter my facial features just because I don't have to. I'm kidding. Usually, the only thing that I do is like smoothing my face a little bit if I look rough. And if the angle is a little bit weird, I'm just trying to fix my body proportions too. But nothing crazy, obviously. But anyways, I'm not gonna sit here and judge a little girl for using Photoshop. But once again, I understand why some of her girl followers were feeling threatened by it. In the end of the day, you cannot lie to yourself, and that's for sure. Now, after all those online scandals, I wouldn't say that Dakota's popularity began to die down, but she definitely became less and less active on social media. She would post not as many videos as she used to on YouTube, and her main source of income became her modeling career in Japan. And to be honest, I don't blame her for it, cause the amount of hate that she went through during that time is just out of control. With that being said, you might be wondering, Vitaly, but where is Dakota Rose nowadays? As of today, Dakota is 31 years old, and just look at her, this girl is thriving. Wow, she looks 15 years old, or even 14. There is even this commercial video that she filmed for Fila in Japan. So I believe she still does modeling, she still lives in Japan, and everything is great in Dakota's life. And I'm super happy that she kind of slowed down on the photoshopping and seemingly started to accept her real self. So yeah, that's for her Instagram, by the way. And then, on her YouTube channel, the last video she posted was 3 years ago. That's titled Botanical Garden. Let's check it out. She looks so great, like how? The Stranga family has such great family genes. I wish. By the way, I kinda wanna see who she follows on Instagram. Let me see. Wait, there is no Kiki. There is no her sister. No results found. Is there any family drama that we don't know about? Kiki Kannibal, 29,000 followers. Guys, speaking of their family genes, just look, she's even older, she's like 33 or 34 I guess. She looks so young and beautiful, like how? Oh yeah, and she also likes to get nostalgic about her MySpace days. Those girls were so iconic, like they shaped the entire MySpace scene generation. And the infamous straight hair. Kiki Kannibal is giving us some references, and I'm so here for it. But anyways, I don't know what else is there to say, but I'm really interested why they don't follow each other. We need some sort of investigation over there. Oh, and by the way, since we are on Instagram, I also want to show you the main celebrity, the main star of this video, vitalyspace. Vitaly for the record, whatever you want to call me. Guys, can I please ask you to help me reach 5,000 followers on Instagram? On my previous one, I used to have over 90,000 followers, but I had to create a new one, which is such a humbling experience. So please guys, I'm giving you the ultimate 2000 MySpace boy, at least I'm trying to. Okay, my legends, with that being said, the next person that I wanna talk about is Valeria Lukyanova, or in Russian it's gonna be Valeria Lukyanova, but I'm gonna say Valerie, just for, you know, English purposes. One thing I want to mention is I'm super familiar with her story because she's also Russian. Well, she's actually Ukrainian. She lived in Ukraine at some point of her life, but she was always on Russian television. The real-life Barbie doll. Shocking. Breaking. Valerie was born in August of 1985 in Moldova, a small country in Europe. When she was 16 years old, she moved to Ukraine and later won the worldwide beauty pageant Miss Diamond Crown of the World in 2007. She refers to herself as the quote-unquote most famous woman of the Russian-speaking internet.
Russian woman like Barbie.
She has a pretty similar story to Dakota. Valerie became an online sensation in the early 2010s for her uncanny resemblance to the Barbie doll. A perfectly symmetrical face, large eyes, long blonde hair and an impossibly tiny waist. Her photos quickly went viral and she was proclaimed the human Barbie doll. And just like Dakota's case, her pictures quickly sparked a lot of conversations about whether her appearance was natural or the result of plastic surgeries or body modifications, on which she claimed that most of her look was achieved through makeup, contact lenses and a strict lifestyle, although she admitted to undergoing breast augmentation. But that was it, according to her. However, critics speculated that she had undergone extensive plastic surgery, including rib removal, rhinoplasty and jawline alterations. But Valerie kept denying these rumors, insisting that her look was the result of genetics and attention, I will try to pronounce it correctly, breatharianism. Wait, let me double check. Breatharianism, I was somewhat correct, which is this controversial practice where people claim to survive on air and light instead of food. Yes guys, air and light, which led to a lot of media scrutiny on Russian television. If that was not enough, at some point in time, Valerie also began talking about her spiritual beliefs, describing herself as a spiritual guru, as well as claiming to have connections with outer space.
Я очень долго думала, что я с планеты Венера. До Венеры я ничего не помнила, поскольку очень тяжело восстанавливать воспоминания о внеземных планетах. Где-то мне было около 12-13 лет. Я видела тонкие миры, я видела разных сущностей из других измерений. Но когда я поняла, что никто этого кроме меня не видит, я стала этого пугаться.
She also stated that she was a reincarnated being from the other planet, which only added to her eccentric public image.
Приветствую жителей планеты Земля. Я Аматуя. Цель моей жизни – прийти сюда для того, чтобы помочь людям осознать, что нужно переходить со стадии человек-потребитель в стадию человек-полубог. Я – это вы, а вы – это я.
Now, at the time she also started being friends with another Ukrainian living doll, Anastasia Shpagina. Don't even get me started on this friendship, my legends, but let's check out this video at first. I still remember the day they published this video. It was so iconic. It's creepy yet iconic at the same time. Yeah, horrible noise. Look at them. And everybody I remember was like, what is going on? Who are they? In Russia we have this social network that's called vk.com. By the way, it's my initials, Vitaly Kovalev. But anyways, vk.com is this Russian version of Facebook. And I remember, if you had those two in your friends list, you were the elite of that website. And guess what? They were in my friends list. Hold on, I wanna see this in another video. 13 million views. Guys, just you know, that's huge. Like anybody who's coming from the former Soviet Union, Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, if they're becoming popular worldwide, that's a big deal. That was a huge deal.
Woman in Ukraine is getting a lot of media attention because she looks like a real-life anime character. There she is.
That can't be real. That's what everybody's saying. It can't be real.
Everyone's
You're telling
saying
me that's a real person, not photoshopped.
I remember these pictures when she was just posting them to VK. That's crazy.
I don't know. Look, there is a possibility that these photos might be photoshopped. However, I watched a few of her videos on YouTube, and that's what she looks like. She does these tutorials to teach girls how they can do their makeup like that and how they can make their eyes look large like that. So the reason why her eyes look massive is because she's wearing these special contacts, which we've done a story on before. They're legal in some countries, but you can buy them online. And then she does this crazy thing with the eyeliner way below her actual eyelid, and she does fake lashes and whatever, and in the end she looks like that. And look, this is me speculating. I haven't read anything about this, but I would
Here are they. Those two were so ahead of their time.
assume that she's done some plastic surgery. And then
Okay, so at this point in time, Anastasia haven't gotten any plastic surgery yet, and she was actually photoshopping her nose in those pictures. But later in time, around 2016 maybe, she actually got a nose job done from this Russian doctor, and unfortunately she was botched. It was such a loud case, everybody was talking about it, she would go on different TV channels, and it was a huge deal.
Мне сделали абсолютно не то, что я хотела, да, вот такой нос у меня был, и у меня появилась впадина на носу, вмятина. После этого эта ноздря вообще перестала дышать. У меня вот видны шрамы с двух сторон, как бы большие ямы.
Да, и девочку обсуждать не надо. Девочку обсуждать не надо, да.
And then the girl next to her is known as the real life Barbie. Anyway, so I actually want to have a conversation about this because.
So do I. How much do they charge?
Oh, jeez.
No, but like, this is anime, like guys who
The
are
audacity.
go ballistic over this. And why is she dressing in a way that's also anime with the schoolgirl outfit, etc., etc.?
Right.
And it appears that she's trying to be enticing to that crowd.
Of course she's trying to be enticing to that
No,
crowd.
of course, but where she takes it next, maybe I'm being unfair about. Yes.
Right. At first, I wanted to be extremely judgmental, and I wanted to say mean things about her. But then at the same time, I thought about it. And if this is the kind of culture she's into, and if that's the kind of look she's going for, why do we care so much?
But anyways, legends, back to Valerie. By 2015, she would make so many American television appearances. She would come to Los Angeles, to New York, and once again, it was such a huge deal. And I remember I was so shocked and I was so jealous. Oh my god, she came to the States, it was my dream too. But anyways.
Her image is one that, everyone talks about. How does she kind of deal with all the haters sometimes?
I don't pay attention to any negative. I think that if there is negative, it means that you are achieving something, that you mean something, and that you do something. So it's a good thing.
I agree. So does she have any surgeries that she's planning to do anytime soon as well? And how many has she had up to date?
I had only one surgery, breast.
Why does everyone think that she's had a lot of plastic surgery? Why is that such a common misconception?
I think it's because I'm very beautiful and pretty, I'm exotic, and people cannot believe that a person can be like that naturally.
Yeah, I agree.
While she was on the American press tour, she also got a meeting with real-life Ken doll. Not Kendall, Ken doll. Oh yeah, here's his name, Justin Jedlicka.
She's the woman known around the world as the real-life Barbie.
Russian woman like Barbie.
To enhance her Barbie appearance, Valerie wears blue contact lenses over her naturally green eyes. She needs a partner, a real-life Ken.
Children play with Barbie and Ken all the time, and so it's fed to us from a very young age that that is the epitome of what is beautiful or what is handsome.
We're about to introduce the real-life Ken to the real-life Barbie.
I want to do like this.
Let me tell you something, I see this guy every time I go out to the clubs. I'm not a party animal, but every time I go out, like once a year, I always see him. And apparently he had not very good things to say about Valerie. Let's watch it together, shall we?
So she, I didn't even know I was meeting her actually. I was doing a
2014.
We were following up on my first shoulder procedure, and they said there's a Barbie girl here, so I brought my camera with me and thought, I'll take some pictures. And then I got there and realized it was Valerie, the supposed real human Barbie. She doesn't speak English that well, so there was a little bit of a language barrier, and it was just a little bit stiff on her end, but then again, she's Russian, so you have to expect a little bit of that. But I tried to give her a hug and sort of crack up with her and get her to laugh and joke, and she wasn't really having it, and I think that comes more from the standpoint that her husband was there, and he's also her manager. And I did get her to laugh and smile a couple times. And he was screaming at the producers, you can't use that, you can't use that. And after a while, I realized that they're trying to have her impersonate a mannequin.
He's actually got a point, because for the longest time on the internet, Valerie was giving off this poker face, outer space persona, and so many people were speculating about it. This girl has no personality. We wanna see her real life, not this doll act. For the longest time she was like this. Which, once again, is not a bad thing. It was her brand, it was her image. So yeah, he's actually got a point.
So much that like, oh, I look like a doll and I'm cutesy. If she gives off too much emotion or too much personality, people aren't going to assimilate her with a plastic object, with a dead mannequin, right? So she's walking around, hands like mitts with her head like this. And her big contacts, and my head is too heavy for my body, so it's sideways. And even when the cameras were off, in all honesty, she was still going with that shtick, which was a little scary. Well, why are we paying you any attention? You're not a plastic surgery story, and other than that, you don't speak. You don't laugh. There's no personality behind you. So why are we giving you the time of day? I don't get it. So now, like grasping at straws, we have, for some reason, these papers picking up bits on her saying, I live on air and light alone. So you're telling all the little kids that like you as Barbie that are looking up to you that you're anorexic. And this is what you have to do to be skinny.
That was a huge controversy in my country too. She was actually getting attacked for promoting those beliefs.
Or the fact that like there's no intermixing of the races because then you're not classically beautiful. Which like the intolerance in that piece that I read was outrageous. And you know, as an out gay male, as a stepfather, 2 kids, it's like, you know, you kind of start to think about what are you using your celebrity for? I mean, no matter how it's come to you, if it's inadvertent or intentionally, I mean, you have a podium to speak from. What are you offering to other people? So I guess my disdain sort of runs rampant through a lot of my rambling there, but my meeting with her was interesting. I tried to take pictures with her at the end on my own camera, and she covered her face and she was like, Photoshop, 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 like this. And she was like wrestling in her bags like this as I took out my camera, and I'm like, I'm not gonna take a picture without asking you. I wanna be in it, okay? And so she pulls out this memory card and like this, Photoshop, like put it in your camera if you want a picture of me, but it's gonna be her property, and because she wants to Photoshop the photo. So it was obvious that was the only way that was gonna happen, so I did.
Yep, the Photoshop queens. That's why I'm probably gonna title this video like this.
I put in my camera, and the producer took a couple shots of us, which are the pictures that you see to this day all over the internet, where we look like very cool caricatures of ourselves, because she photoshopped me as well as herself, which was very nice. And it was a very pretty image, but it resembles me maybe when I was 12.
That's what he had to say, and I remember there was such a big news, such a huge news back in the day, and everybody was like, oh my god, Valerie is meeting the human Ken doll. Oh my god, the 2 worlds collide. But anyways, my legends, I know what you wanna ask me. Where is Valeria Lukyanova nowadays? And you will be surprised, or maybe not surprised actually, cause she still is portraying that Barbie persona. This year, in 2025, she's gonna turn 40 years old, and she's currently being very active on her Instagram and YouTube, but she makes mostly Russian speaking content, and she's actually a spiritual coach nowadays. She's selling beauty courses for women, to be exact, how to become younger, how to get the body of your dreams, and all that stuff. Let's see. 24,000 posts. The dedication my girl has. This is how she looks nowadays. Honestly, still gorgeous. I'm not sure about the amount of Photoshop or the amount of filters, but we have what we have. She's the beautiful woman anyways. Yeah, she looks great, wow. And it's been 15 years. No, 13 years since her prime time. Okay, Valerie, looking great, girl. The body that I deserve, the translation. So yeah guys, everything here is in Russian, and the body is bodying, let's just say that. But she showcases all of it just to sell the courses, obviously. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. She definitely looks like she has a lot of advice to offer.
На самом деле пиар заключается лишь только в какой-то стороне более физической. Конечно, к сожалению, духовные идеи никогда не дадут пиара. Вот если будет монашка рассказывать о духовности, заметит ли ее кто-нибудь? Да нет, никто не заметит. А если красивая девушка, идеал для подражания, начнет говорить о духовности, то многие люди задумаются. Поэтому свою внешность я использую в качестве пиара.
Okay, my legends, and on this note, I feel like it's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you remember that in the end of every video, we meet in the comment section down below to discuss the topic, and today is definitely no exception. I know that in this video I didn't mention every living doll, and obviously it would be impossible. So if you wanna see part 2, definitely like this video, cause your like is the biggest vote, my legends. Don't forget to subscribe to vitalyspace, cause I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers in 2025. And of course, don't forget about my personal channel, Vitaly for the record. So if you wanna see me behind the scenes, definitely check it out. Your ex is effing toxic. The best way to make them bitter is to become successful. Bye, legends!